Kenya, together with other African countries, participated in reaching this decision. It is critical not just for Kenya but for Africa as a whole. In the last 10 years, Africa has been home to 90% of the world's conflicts. They have now considerably dropped. Closer home, my country, Kenya, has also gone through some internal conflicts, particularly after the elections of 2007. We will wholeheartedly and wholesomely dedicate this year of peace and security in Africa to consolidate the peace efforts that we are making in my country, including the achievement of a new comprehensive constitution that will serve the country for the next millennia, and to look back and reflect on where our failings have been so that the events of the past, the failings of the past, and the contradictions of the past are not repeated, because peace is not just the way is peace, and we must truly embrace peace for development in our continent. Kenya perhaps has the most vibrant civil society organizations on this continent. They're very vibrant, they're involved in every level of public life, private life. They shape opinions, they direct in many ways things that are done, particularly within movements that empower people, human rights and so on. So it's really not a question of even opening space. They already have space and have utilized it fully. And in this year of peace and security, I have been on the front line of telling them to rededicate their efforts into positive thinking, positive action, and positive attributes to what peace can do to a country. Not by confronting each other with the state, but by being partners, true partners in making sure that whatever we do as a government, as a state, must be in consonant with the aspirations of our people, including civil society. Africa has had a history that has a lot of dark pages. But Africa also has a future that has a lot of brilliance. And I think, and I have no doubt whatsoever, that the future of Africa is bright, that the future of Africa is promising, that the silence of the guns that we're seeing from South Africa after apartheid, the changes in Zimbabwe, in Namibia, in all the countries that have gone through armed conflict, Angola and others, are rapidly and systematically becoming a shining example on how a continent properly focused and properly working together can truly look to the future with confidence, with brilliance, and with hope. And that's what Africa is looking at. And in this year of peace, we must actualize and realize these dreams for our people. Many things: democracy, sustainable use of our resources, particularly managing our environment, respect for human rights, equitable distribution of resources, including attention to women, children, the marginalized groups, so that everybody has a sense of not just ownership, but belonging to the stakes of this continent. Once we do that, there will be no problem. But any degree of level of exclusion, however minor, will become a problem, because the excluded will fight back. And when they fight, they become a nuisance, and they become a problem, and eventually they can consume the state.